Hello everyone, today let's discuss how to use Not property with different matchers or assertions. We can add .not keyword to the front of matchers like toEqual, to be checked, to contain text, or to have attribute, or any other matcher to expect the opposite. Not make assertion check for the opposite condition. For example, you might get different data from the web in the form of integer, float or string form. So consider we have two variables where a is equal to 10 and b is equal to hello. Now we can use expect a to equal 10. So this will return true. In case I want to check with any other value, I can use not here. So now 10 will not equal to 11 and our assert will pass. Similarly, we can use not for any string. So expect b not equal to hello 1. So this will also pass because hello is not equal to hello 1. So using this property we can assert opposite of the condition we are giving. So let's try few more examples. Visit autoprec.com selenium /form 6. Here you will see a checkbox and a disabled button with value send, and if you will click on checkbox, this button will be enabled and this link will show read guidelines, and if you will uncheck again, button will be disabled and link will disappear. So when we land on this page, we can assert few things using the not property. This send button is not enabled. This checkbox is not checked, and this read guidelines, when checkbox is unchecked, is not visible. So third assertion is read guidelines is not visible. So for send button is not enabled, we can use await expect page.locator. So to check if button is enabled, we use to be enabled. Now here we are using not, so add not here, and for checkbox await expect page.locator. So for checkbox to be checked, we use to be checked, and for not, add here not, and for something is visible, we use to be visible, and add note here. Now let's find the locators. For send button we have id my button. For checkbox we have id my checkbox. And read guidelines, this is a link with id my link. add page.goto and the URL, execute. Open report, so you can see all our result pass. Now let's try few more assertions. So when checkbox is selected, this button is not disabled and this read guidelines is not hidden, and this text is changing, or we can say this label, my label, contain a different text. It no longer contains this text. Checkbox is not selected. So third assertion is label not contain text this, and one more assertion we can have that this send button, when it is disabled, it contains disabled attribute, and when it is enabled, it does not contain disabled property. So basically not have attribute disabled. So for send button is not disabled, we can use await expect page.locator, selector is hash my button for the send button. So for disabled we use to be disabled, and for not add not. So that means send button is not disabled. Now read guidelines is not hidden, await expect page.locator. So for hidden we use to be hidden, add not here, locator for read guideline is hash my link, and for send button not to have attribute disabled. So await expect page.locator, selector for send button is this, and for attribute assertion we use to have attribute, and we give attribute name and attribute value. Here in this case we have attribute name and attribute value is same, so we have given disabled. So we have not to have attribute disabled, so use not here. Now last one is label not contain text, so await expect page.locator, so to assert contain text we use toContainText, text value this one, and we want note contain text, so add note here. And locator for label. Locator for label is my label. Now click on checkbox first. Await page.locator hash my checkbox dot click. Now execute. You can see one passed. Open the report. You can see all assert passed. So we have used note everywhere just to demo how note actually work. So in some cases you can replace this note. So note to be enabled means to be disabled. We have nothing for note to be checked, and note to be visible we can replace with to be hidden. And here note to be disabled replace with to be enabled. And here note to be hidden we can replace with to be visible. And we can use different assertion for contain text, and this one we can check for different attribute. You can see still our test will pass. One passed. So this is how we can use note property for assertion. Thank you for watching this video.